What's happening everyone, this is Velton, welcome back to another video. Now in this video I'm actually going to be reacting to the Resident Evil 8 trailer that got announced like on Thursday or Friday. It was one of those days last week. Now I would have actually made a reaction video to the trailer on Friday, but because I was feeling a bit, under the weather, I wanted to wait until I felt better in order for me to actually do the reaction video. So that's what I'm doing today. So there you go, here it is, Resident Evil Village announcement trailer. But also there is actually a video called Resident Evil Village Special Developer Message, which we'll actually watch after this video. So without further ado, let's go into the video. RE Engine, that's a cool logo right there. His story comes to a close. Wait, whose story?
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
What is it with that creepy story?
It's just a local tale.
You're really into that stuff?
Quit being so paranoid.
Wait, hang on a minute, is that Mia? That can't be Mia, right?
No, friendly.
Oh yeah, that's Ethan, isn't it?
Who sent you? What's going on? They're coming. Who is?
Damn, look at this place. It's kind of reminding me of Outlast a bit. Ooh, this music though. Okie dokie. Village. Resident Evil.
Chris? Sorry, Ethan.
Wait,
Why?
did Chris just kill his wife or something? Okie dokie, so that was the Resident Evil 8 trailer. And you know what, I'm actually starting to get what people mean, as in, people are saying that the Resident Evil 8 game is drifting away from what Resident Evil is, and to be fair, I actually agree. Like, nothing in that screams Resident Evil. Most of that screams like other games that I've seen, like Outlast, I can't actually remember anymore. But the point is, that does not look like Resident Evil the slightest bit. The only part that kind of looks a bit Resident Evil was the actual end, where we saw Chris killing a woman. That's the only part that kind of looks a little bit Resident Evil. But everything else, not really. Although, we do have another video, which is the special developer message. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and watch that.
Hi, I'm Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village.
And I'm Pete Fabiano, also producer on Resident Evil Village.
Okay.
We hope you all had the chance to check out and enjoy our trailer.
Yeah.
Some of you are probably wondering why we didn't just call the game Resident Evil 8.
Yeah.
Well, it's still the 8th in the series, and we're treating it as such. You can even see the Roman numeral 8 in the
Yes,
logo.
yes, we all
it's
saw.
Resident Evil 8, just not in name.
Yeah, I like the play on the design and simplicity in the name.
Yeah.
But we'll touch more on
It's
that.
pretty much the same as Resident Evil 7 because in the name Resident Evil, the VIL in Resident Evil was the 7. So it's just literally the same here. Village is 8. So, yeah, I mean, of course it's going to happen,
A little
duh.
later. Now, why don't we just jump in and let viewers know a little bit more about the game itself?
Okay.
First off, Resident Evil Village will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Steam.
Right, and in line with previous Resident Evil titles, we're using RE Engine.
Of course, duh.
That engine brought Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Resident Evil 2, Devil May Cry 5, and most recently, Resident Evil 3 to life. We were able to take all that we learned from those titles, along with our internal development efforts, and optimize the latest version of the engine for the next generation of consoles.
With the combined power of Next Gen and RE Engine, we can take our developers' vision to new heights. Once again, we're planning a fresh take on survival horror, this time upping the ante on action a bit.
Realistic graphics and immersive
Up in the ante on action a bit. That's basically what happened with Resident Evil 3. It had sort of more action involved than actual, like, sort of survival horror. Because survival horror is what Resident Evil 1 had and Resident Evil 2 Remake had. So the fact that they are bringing more action into it, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
audio, coupled with no load times, will really draw you into the world we've created for Resident Evil Village.
Speaking of which, the game takes place a few years after the events of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Okay?
Right, and it follows the story of protagonist
Of course.
Ethan Winters. Ethan's gone back to living an ordinary life, but of course, it wouldn't be a proper story without a new challenge to overcome. Chris Redfield, a decorated hero fighting against bioterrorism, makes his return, but not in the way you'd think. He's the reason Ethan's life gets turned upside down. Let's take a look at some key art.
You can see Chris looking dark and far more brooding than in earlier Resident Evil appearances.
The last thing worth mentioning in terms of characters here is the village itself.
It plays such a crucial role as the backdrop and setting of the game that we consider it very much its own character as well. Right, shifting gears, let's talk a bit about the game's design.
You'll notice the familiar first-person perspective from Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. It really helps bring players into the world. It makes them feel like they're Ethan,
Yeah.
with the same sense of heightened tension and fear.
Here's a quick look at the game running in engine.
The team is working really hard to create a great experience. You can really see the details, even close up.
Not gonna lie, it's pretty
Let's
cool.
take a look at the inventory. For players familiar with Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, or the recent versions of Resident Evil 2 and 3, you'll be right at home.
We hope you enjoyed this additional look into Resident Evil Village.
Oh, and here's one more piece of key art. You might want to pay extra close attention to this one.
There's a lot that's being shown in it. So much so that we debated whether or not to actually put it in the announced trailer.
Take a look and let your imagination run wild.
We are aiming to have more to show you towards the end of summer.
So, until next time.
Okie dokie. I mean, I don't know if I can say that I'm excited for it, but all I can say is I'm willing to check it out once I get like an Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5. I don't even know which one I'm going to get because the Xbox Series X has an exclusive game on it, which actually has a composer named as Akira Yamaoka, who is working on a game called The Medium, and that game is, I think, Silent Hill inspired maybe. It's made by Bloober Team, the creators behind Layers of Fear and what's the other one? Observer. So I think that game might be Silent Hill inspired, but that game is exclusive to Xbox Series X as far as I know. If, and only if, it's not exclusive, then I will get a PlayStation 5. But if it is exclusive, then I don't know what I'm going to do. I might get an Xbox Series X, and I'm really hoping that Silent Hill, the reboot, is on both Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. If it's just going to be on PlayStation 5, then that's going to be kind of a deal breaker, but let's just hope not. Anyway, my thoughts on Resident Evil Village. I'd say it's going to be an okay game. I'm kind of interested in the life that follows in with Ethan and Mia, because we had to rescue Mia from the Baker's house in Resident Evil 7. But is she actually going to come with us, like, to the village or something? And I think we also play as Chris at some point in the game as well, as far as I can, as far as I know from this guy called Dusk Golem or Aesthetic Gamer on Twitter. But that's all I can really say for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, and yes, I know, then will be no big deal. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.